Hello and welcome to Whiskey Whims with me, Stuart. Today I want to go through my top 5 whiskies under £50. Now these are my own preference and some of them you can pick up online and some of them you can pick up in store at supermarkets. So I'll take you through the top 5 and they're all under £50. At number 5 is Tulli 228, a non-age stated whisky finished in burgundy casks, and I believe it's non-chill filtered and no added colouring. I picked this bottle up for £28 and it was on sale in the supermarket. Usual price in this certain supermarket is £38. However, it was on sale and I got it without the box. That might have been why it was on sale, but still, £28 for a single malt whisky is brilliant. It's 43%, so it's a little lower than what I'd normally like. I'd probably prefer a 46%, but it's still a good dram. The burgundy finish is unique, and some whiskies are starting to do this a bit more often now. And I think the Tulli burgundy finish is one of my favourite burgundy finish whiskies. So that's why this is at my number 5. At number 4 is the Blair Athol 12-year-old Flora and Fauna. 12-year-old, 43%, however it's chill filtered and it has added colouring. If this wasn't the case, this would have been higher up my top 5. I think this is an absolute outstanding dram. You can pick it up for about £48. However, the only thing is it's mainly online. So I think I've seen this once in a supermarket, but it's not that common. A brilliant dram, just let down by the colouring and chill filtration. At number 3 we have the Kilkerran Heavily Peated Batch 1. A non-age stated whisky, however believed to be around 3 and 3.5 years old. Non-chill filtered, no added colouring, and 59.3%, so it's cask strength. The reason this is at number 3 is because it's an integral whisky from Kilkerran. They've not hid anything, they've not tried to say there's older whisky in here, they've not tried to pull the covers over our eyes or anything like that. It's basically what says on the tin is what you get. It's non-chill filtered, no added colouring, and it's a nice, really good tasty dram. You pick it up for £42, mainly in special retailer whisky shops, but I do believe it was online for a little while and it has started to sell out. So if you want to get your hands on one of these, you need to be quick. But yeah, Kilkerran Heavily Peated is at my number 3 for the top 5 whiskies under £50. At number 2 is the Ardbeg 10-year-old. This would have been at number 1 if it wasn't for the fact that it had added colouring. It's non-chill filtered, it's 10-year-old, and it's around £35 to £40 for a bottle, and you can get it in most supermarkets. Obviously you can get it online, however the supermarkets may have sales on, so you might get it even cheaper than £35. It's a great 10-year-old whisky, a great example of an Islay whisky, and it's good to introduce new whisky or new peated drinkers into the world of Islay. They release this so often and the taste seems to never change. They always get it bang on. It's almost always the same. I even think it's better than some of their more premium and older whiskies, and that's why this is at number 2. A little honourable mention now comes in the shape of Tomatin Legacy. You can pick this up for around £30 to £35, 43% ABV, and the only reason it didn't make the list is because of that. It's 43% ABV, it's got added colouring, it's chill filtered, and there's no age statement. However, I do believe it deserves a mention. It's a good whisky, I still enjoy it even though it's a non-age statement with added colouring and chill filtration, but it's still a nice whisky for the price, but I just didn't think it made the cut for the list. At number 1, I'm not sure if you could have guessed it, but it's a Springbank and it's the Springbank 10-year-old. Now I was tossing up between the Springbank 15 and the 10 because obviously the 15's a little older, but for me the 10-year-old is just a better whiskey. That's just my own opinion, and you can pick this up for £40. The only issue with this whiskey is it's a bit less accessible for the international market. You can pick it up in the UK and even the EU quite easily online, and it's also in some supermarkets. It's a real good integral whiskey, as Ralphie would say. It's 46%, non-chill filtered, no added colouring, and it's just what you expect from a Springbank. It's tasty, it's accessible for me. However, I'm sure internationally you will know someone who can get you a bottle of this. It's a great whiskey, and I definitely recommend trying or even buying a bottle. So that's why this is at my number 1 for top 5 whiskies under £50. So that's my video on the top 5 whiskies under £50. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it gave you some insight into some whiskies that you perhaps maybe didn't realise were that cheap, that price under 50. You can really pick up some good integral single malts for under £50. If you've enjoyed the content, please do subscribe to see more and to get my latest videos. If you have any feedback, please do leave it in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to it. If you want to follow my Instagram and my Facebook, I'll link it in the description below. I've been Stuart, this has been Whiskey Whims. I'll see you later.